This is the evolution of the Volkswagen Transporter, the legendary bus that conquered the world with its design and versatility. Born in Germany after the Second World War, the Transporter crossed the ocean and became a true symbol of rebellion and freedom in the USA in the 1960s. But its story does not stop there. It continues today. So come on and let's see how the Transporter has evolved from a simple and utilitarian minibus to a modern and technological vehicle. The first Transporter was designed by Ben Pon, a Dutch car importer who visited the Volkswagen factory in 1947. There, he saw a simple, utilitarian vehicle used for the internal transport of parts built on the platform of the Volkswagen Beetle. It was enough to inspire Pon to create a sketch for a spacious and versatile minibus that could be used for various purposes, from passenger transport to ambulance, police, fire brigade, or camping. His sketch was presented to Volkswagen management, who were interested in the idea and began developing a prototype. After 2 years of tests and improvements, the first Transporter was launched in 1950 under the name Volkswagen Type 2 or T1. It had a 3-door body, split front windscreen, a 1.1-liter 24 bhp petrol engine, 8 seats, and could carry up to 750 kilograms of cargo. Over the years, the power of the T1 continued to increase until 1963, with some models being sold with a 53-horsepower engine. By the end of the first generation in 1967, the first Transporter had sold over 1.8 million units, having an enormous impact on society and culture in Europe and the US. Its popularity guaranteed a second generation, launched in 1967. Volkswagen kept the successful formula for the first generation, still being a small and nice car, but with small changes. The front was redesigned, the split windscreen was replaced with a whole one, the body was longer and the payload was increased to 900 kilograms. A sliding door was also added to improve access to the cargo space, and the T2 was also the first model to be sold as a pop-up roof caravan, which proved to be a real success. The rear air-cooled engine remained, but was upgraded to 2 liters and 70 horsepower. Subsequently, Volkswagen began to gradually introduce the T2B model, which included the engine changes, exterior design improvements, and mechanical improvements. The T2 has sold more than 3.8 million copies, and several body and engine variants being associated with the hippie movement and the free and nomadic lifestyle. We are interrupting this video to invite you to become part of our community. Hit the subscribe button and activate the bell to receive our notifications. A like and comment are very helpful for the YouTube algorithm to recommend our content to other car enthusiasts. Thank you. Goodbye rounded shapes, welcome square corners. This is how we can briefly describe the third generation of Transporter. Launched in 1979, the T3 had a squarer and sturdier look with a taller and wider body and a larger trunk. Initially, the T3 came with 1.6 and 2-liter air-cooled engines, with later models after 1983 having more powerful water-cooled engines. The T3 was also used for various purposes, from transporting people or goods to camping or off-road, but its success proved to be moderate, being sold in only 1.3 million copies. In 1990, Volkswagen launched the Transporter T4, which represented a major change in the history of the model, coming with a completely new design and being the first to have the engine in the front. Since then, the following Transporter models have not had the same degree of novelty, versatility, and adaptability as the first ones, being designed to be more modern, more technological, and more efficient, but also more standardized. However, the T4 had a more comfortable and spacious interior with a variety of features and accessories. It was available in several body styles from van to minibus, pickup, or camper. At the same time, the T4 also came with a great infusion of power that culminated in a 2.8-liter V6 engine that produced 201 horsepower. For the next generation of Transporter, the direction was clear. The T5 was launched in 2003 with a more aerodynamic design, with smoother lines and a more elegant appearance. The T5 also had a wider range of engines from 1.9 to 3.2 liters petrol or diesel. Volkswagen continued to offer several body variants, such as Multivan, Caravelle, or California. Unfortunately, due to high import taxes, Volkswagen did not sell the truck in the US market. The next generation Transporter looks more like a facelift for the T5 than a new model. However, the T6 came with a more refined and aerodynamic design, with LED headlights and a more prominent front grille. The T6 also had a more modern and technological interior, with a touchscreen infotainment system and a driving assistance system. Under the hood, the T6 came with a range of more efficient and greener engines.
You know what? We're all different. Completely different generations.
In 2021, the Multivan model brings a modernized, more aerodynamic design and introduces plug-in hybrid propulsion options for the first time, in addition to the traditional petrol and diesel engines. It features a more futuristic and attractive design with a lower and sportier body with sharper and more aggressive lines. The interior is more sophisticated and functional and full of technology. The range is completed by the Multivan California version, intended for the segment of camping and adventure vehicles, but also the fully electric Volkswagen ID Buzz, a modern reinterpretation of the classic T1 from the 60s. They were updated in 2024 with a new, more technological interior and new performances. At the same time, in 2024, Volkswagen launched the Transporter T7, largely based on the Ford Transit Custom, but with a distinct frontal design equipped with LED headlights and taillights. The T7 comes in three main variants: Estate, Panel Van, along with the Passenger Caravelle version. There is also the Panamericana model, adapted for rough terrain. The interior is designed to be much more functional and aesthetic, such as a start button next to the 12-inch digital instrument display and 13-inch infotainment screen. The T7 comes equipped with a variety of propulsion systems: turbo diesel, plug-in hybrid, and fully electric. Powertrains include TDI up to 168 horsepower, e-hybrid up to 229 horsepower, and electric variants up to 281 horsepower. So, the Volkswagen Transporter has witnessed many historical, cultural, and social changes, from the hippie movement of the 60s to the digital revolution of the 21st century. That is precisely why the reinterpretation of T1 is a tribute to the first generation of Transporter that were a cultural phenomenon. The Volkswagen Transporter is more than a car. It's a living legend that continues to make history. What do you think about the direction in which Volkswagen took the Transporter? Write us in the comments. And if you like what you see on our channel, don't forget to subscribe for more interesting car content. See you soon!